GPS in the warehouse. That's Randy's brother.
One
Steve.
of the brother, right. Yeah. I'm sorry that I can't place all of you all, but my deepest sympathies on a very, very young man.
If you want the history of horse racing, you ask Randy. He grew up in it. I mean, he remembers being at Attaway's knee.
I hope somebody could call me and tell me the grandpa's name, because it's right in my tongue.
I'll find out.
And I can't get it.
Find out for me. I'll get the call.
There you go.
How about, we're still at KSLO break as well, but we can talk a little bit about some of the events going on. I know that Camp Joshua, you and I talked about that. It's the pro-life camp for teens. It's April 15th through 17th as this weekend, so you still got time to call. And of course, I don't have the phone number on my sheet of paper. Of course, I must have it, huh? Go to prolifelouisiana.org and you can get the information, or campjoshua.org. Thank you to Miss Kathleen Gottschall.
While I was at Indian Hills Country Club having lunch with Lee Young, the owner, and of course his wife came in. She was playing a round of golf. Shirley was. Right. And I saw somebody walking, and he had already passed me up before I finally figured out he's lost a lot of weight, and I'm speaking of Mr. Marcel LeBlanc. Sorry I missed talking to you, Marcel. He's had pretty serious health issues, but he was around and walking, and that's good news when you have some serious illnesses, and you can be back where you like to be at Indian Hills Country Club. Let me add that the people playing golf this past Monday from all over the area, they were all bragging.
36 groups, I think, played.
It was a lot. And they were all bragging on the condition and the improvements. I mean, it's noticeable from the time you drive into the parking lot all the way throughout the building, and the golf range itself. Lee and Shirley have really done a bang-up job, and so we ask you to consider joining the country club. We need members there. I think it's $125 for a member, and you can have you have the facility itself. You can have your weddings, you can have your reunions, your big parties, political parties, swimming, tennis, and they have golf. They have some
lessons.
The young kids,
welcome back, KSLO.
The youngsters, probably from the 9th through the 12th grade, they go out and practice. Rex Edwards' wife is the instructor for OC. I see her occasionally there with all the youngsters. Church Point has a team that's coming up, Church Point High. They were there, they played a little game, and it was so professional the way they all went and shook hands when they met each other, and just they're making friends, and it's a beautiful place. I mean, it's gorgeous.
That nice new building where they store the carts. Then you saw what they did when they got everybody out on the carts. They brought a cleaning crew in
to clean the building up.
And clean the building
again
right away while they got everything moving around. Yeah. We want to make it look nice that people come back in. I mean, I was impressed. I was really impressed. And Don Bordelon, our friend, was there. He works and helps out.
Works in the pro shop.
Sure. Okay, let's hit some sponsors.
And A.T. Peck.
There you go. That's right. That's right.
Works in the pro shop.
Good morning. Carl's Thrifty Way, all your medicinal needs. Carl can help you with his prescription medication, over-the-counter medication, gifts, interior decorating. They do all that. Gift wrapping, monogramming, Lamberger oils, if you like those nice, sweet-smelling oils for the house. And they got some of those no-name oils, too. If you like me and you're tight, you don't mind saving $1 on some of those oils, you can get that kind of stuff there as well. Carl's Thrifty Way here in Opelousas. Dixie Storage, all your storage needs. I'm going to wrap my sponsors if you let me. Dixie Storage, all your storage needs throughout St. Landry Parish, from the big campers, if you want to put your big camper in and plug it in. Your boat, put your boat in there. Don't worry about it getting all beat up from the weather. You can put little bitty things. Let's say, a lot of my friends in the computer business. I mean, that's what I do is computers. You got little pieces of electronic equipment. You want to keep spares, a spare monitor, a spare computer, a spare testing equipment, maybe a spool of wire or whatever. Get a small unit there and put it all in there.
Even copper wire.
That's right, and keep it safe, because you don't want to leave that just out in your yard. They've got units throughout St. Landry Parish. They've got access with railroad spurs, loading docks. They do inventory control for you as well. Don't forget A+ Glass, their sister company in Lafayette and in Opelousas. And one more sponsor before I turn you loose. Washington State Bank. Don't forget about Washington
Yeah, we
State
talked
Bank.
about them being helping out with the bazaar fundraiser
In Washington,
Sunday.
they donated what I think the tent. They got those tents and canopies that they put out to help out for the event as well. Go see Miss Sue Brignac and all the people at all the locations: Washington, Opelousas, Arnaville, Leonville, and Palmetto. They got 24/7 banking. You know, a lot of times you don't have to go into your bank at all anymore. If you're a guy that got a computer at home, at the office, on the phone. You know, you got the internet on the phone now, you know. You do all your banking online, don't even have to go in, and it's
And they
available
have
to
all
you
those services.
24/7. That's right. And you know, loans, long-term fixed loans right now. Housing right now, about as cheap as it's ever going to get.
I'm working
Interest
on
rates are
renewing the
low.
loan right now.
There you have it. So you go by there and they'll help you with commercial loans.
Yep.
They got all that as well. Washington State Bank.
Last Saturday morning, around 10 o'clock, went over to King's for a little breakfast and a little coffee with David Como. And first two people I met there was Harold and Linwood, better known as Duke Hidalgo. Mm-hmm. And of course, we reminisced about all kind of things. We had experiences during our early part of our lifetime. And they were on the way to Baton Rouge to look at some scooter motorcycles. So hopefully they had a good trip. And of course on Friday, April 15th, Harold will be having a happy birthday. So Harold, a little early, but just thinking about you right now. Donald Watkins was there with his lady friends and children, and Julius Alcindor, who was one of our city councilmen in Opelousas, with his wife and young daughter. And
I
then
saw him at church Sunday.
A young man introduced himself, Tony Fontenot, and he starts laughing. He says, "You don't have to know me, but you know my mama. She's your cousin, Marie Fontenot, Langlois.
Now we got it.
Langlois, right. They lived in Abbeville all right after getting married, but they've returned. They're all back in Opelousas again. And Tony reminded me that Miss Marie is my cousin.
How about congratulations to Josh Myers, who received an Air Force Academy appointment. He was nominated by Charles Bustani, our congressman, and Senators David Vitta and Mary Landrieu. He's the son of Alan and Sue Ellen Myers here in Opelousas, and he goes to school over at Westminster Christian Academy. So congratulations. How about this? We've got the Man-to-Man Conference coming up April 30th, Cajun Dome Convention Center. If you want to go by and hear Rudy. I finally got to see the movie. Rudy, the football player with Notre Dame. Very motivational movie. If you get a chance to see it, Rudy, watch it. But he's also going to be the speaker, and also Jesse Romero, the famous kickboxer, and Father Larry Richards is also going to be speaking at the Man-to-Man Conference April 30th.
Mamu 100th year celebration.
Go.
Classic and antique car parade. I've participated in that several times. Mm-hmm. And my good friend Bruce Rosa, an attorney in Mamu, has sent me this little reminder. It won't be till Saturday, May 27th, but you might want to mark that down and go and help them celebrate 100 years. I don't think Fred was open quite 100 years, but they probably opened 65 or 70 years.
Yeah, I'll believe that.
Of that time. The parade will be followed by music, food, drink, costume, beard contest, the bearing of a time capsule, and a huge birthday cake. How about that? And we'll come back. And Bruce, thank you for thinking about me.
Yeah, the Saltport Tea, we got the Triple Crown High Tea going to go on by the Washington Garden Club. That's Sunday, May the 1st. It's not very far away. Sunday, May 1st. May Day, huh? That's May Day. 2 p.m. at the Wolf Banquet Hall on Main Street in Washington. No reservations. Advance tickets are required. $35 per person. You can get your tickets at Sebastian Fine Jewelry here in town, Ardoin's Grocery, or any of the Washington Garden Group ladies like Miss Ethel at 826-7337 or Lindy at 826-6518.
The first annual Opelousas Catholic Skeet Shoot Challenge will take place on Saturday, April 30th. That's just a couple of Saturdays from now at Long River Lodge, right outside of Melville, Louisiana.
The Canatella family.
Beautiful facility. If you're interested, Denise Canatella can help you, George Quirk can help you, and Chris Miller can help you, and Jude Orman. I went out there with Jude, and a beautiful facility, and it's a fundraiser for the Opelousas Catholic Athletic Department, and you might want to stop in at Canatella's store, general merchandise store.
And what you gonna eat when you go
there? A muffalata.
Muffalata.
Grant will make you a muffalata that you're going to be bragging about years and years
it's
from now.
It's authentic. You can also go this weekend, April 15th, 16th, and 17th, to Our Mother of Peace over in Church Point, Louisiana on 218 North Rogers Street. They're having their annual fair, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Friday, Saturday from 10 to midnight, and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Carnival rides, a sweet shop with homemade stuff, shrimp etouffee on Friday, so you stay within the Lenten fast. They've got a poker run on Saturday at 8 a.m., silent auction at 2 p.m. Troy Landry is going to be there with Swamp People. Shoot him, Troy, so you can go by and have a good time.
86,400.
Yeah.
That's the name of a book. And the reason is that's how many seconds you have in each day. Is 86,400. And what this book written by Lavelle Lavette is manage your purpose to make every second of each day count. How about that? And I've read a number of pages. It's very, very well written, very interesting. It's very positive. It refers to biblical and, just a wide range of thoughts brought into here to try to get us all to think positive each day. And I remembered meeting with her mama, Hazel Red, way back yonder when she was working on a character named Roopster Roo. And
she wrote the children's book. That's right.
That's correct, and did very well with that. So she's got a real great, amount of experience and stories to tell. And beside that, look at this picture. Beautiful young lady. And from right here in town, her daddy was the late Mr. Jimmy Red. And
she was a coach.
The coach and principal.
Right.
And she talks about she really feels that she didn't spend enough time with her daddy while he was alive. He was ill, and she was busy doing this and busy doing that. And she tells you how to kind of overcome those kind of, really, the book is well written. You could read it in about 15 minutes, but it wouldn't take you a night. Like me, it goes slow. But it's very, very interesting. 86,400, and you go get it at Barnes & Noble.
And I can verify the math is correct. I just did the math while you were talking. I took my calculator out, and I made sure that you were right. It is.
Judge orders the NFL and the players back for mediation. They got to get ready, because look, we won't be able to come alive in August if we don't start seeing the preseason games. I mean, I don't know. And I saw Devery Henderson's good little friend Cody is back over at Indian Hills Country Club.
Oh, yeah.
He's a cook and waiter and everything. Real nice young kid. And he spends a lot of time with Devery. Devery and his mom live out between Opelousas and Lawtell off on Andrepont Road over there. And the ex-Hornets owner, Mr. Shin, George Shin, said he sold the Hornets for about $50 million less than he could have. And the reason he did is he wants the Hornets to stay in New Orleans. And that was very nice of him.
I think so.
He came down to New Orleans to give a check for $500,000.
You got 25
from his
seconds.
foundation to a Salvation Army program. And I can't believe it's the end of a good
It's over
program.
already.
We're just getting started. I'm sorry if I was supposed to say something.
If we didn't cover everything on Thursday's show, watch us all weekend. We might see something
Maybe
different.
something different. Now you're getting it. We try to close with a thought, a prayer, and we also like to ask you to please attend the church of your choice. God of wisdom, inspire me to read good books, those that speak of you and faith. Help me to regard them as real friends that will bring me closer to you every day. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for watching. Tell a friend. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.